Hey everybody, it's Tina Conger again. I am so excited for you because it is time for your first 8-day jumpstart. So hopefully by now you've watched the other video about what all is in your package and some kind of tips and tricks there, and we're going to fill you in on some other little details there to get you the best results for your first 8 days. So you're going to see me looking at notes, going through a few things. I don't want to leave anything out. But first of all, we're going to talk about your guidebook. You have your guidebook, and the first things in there it's going to tell you, first of all, clean out your cabinets, get all the junk food and stuff out of your house, but you are going to weigh and measure and take your pictures. I know so many people don't want to do one of those things, any of those things, but they are so important. So that's why we mentioned it in the last video, and I'm going to mention it again. Sometimes we get stuck and we don't think that our body is doing anything, but it is doing stuff on the inside. We just can't necessarily see it because a lot of times we're focused on that number on the scale. If we have the measurements, that's going to help us so we can see maybe there's some progress being made there. I've had people who didn't lose pounds or inches for a little while. They were really stuck, and come to find out, but their pictures look completely different. So make sure you do all three. You don't have to show your pictures to anyone else. Those are for you, but you're going to be so glad you had them in your journey. Make sure you do them. Um, in your guidebook, then you're also going to have your approved foods list. Stick as close to that as you possibly can. That is going to help you get the very best results. I also find that being organized helps me. If I do some meal prep, I would encourage that if you can. It just helps me so that I have food in my fridge ready to go versus grabbing something really quick that I know I shouldn't. The more organized I am, the more it helps. And also, I like to keep things really, really simple during my first 8 days as far as my food goes. I do some meal prep, make up a bunch of chicken, maybe boneless, skinless chicken breasts or some chicken tenders, flavor them different ways. We'll get some beef ready. Like last week, we had some fajita meat, and we also had some low sodium taco meat. And those are things, I can pair it with a different vegetable. I can throw them on top of a salad, just some plain hamburger meat, just plain hamburgers. If you're going to do steaks or something beef wise, I would, make sure you're going with the leaner cuts of meat. Like instead of a ribeye or a T-bone, go with hamburger, sirloins, things like that. That's not to say you can't ever have a ribeye or a T-bone, but save them for later and use it as one of those things as an indulgence instead. What I love about this plan is it's not deprivation or starvation. You're actually going to eat a lot of food. That's not to say you're never going to have your favorite dessert ever again or anything like that, but it also helps so you don't crave those things as much. As far as recipes go, we have support groups you're going to be in, kind of depending on who's watching this. Make sure you're in your team support group. But we try to keep a thread in there of the most popular recipes, things that really help, just lots of different ideas. But you'll also see people share recipes as they come across them. So, you might scroll. Use the search bar in the Facebook groups, like if you're searching for the word shake or protein, and then lots of different ideas will come up. Or maybe you're looking for a chicken recipe, something will come up, or soups. We also check out your Xyngular emails. They always send lots of helpful recipes on there, but those recipes are generally always going to be on their website too. So Google Xyngular recipes, it's the first thing that comes up. And then also those same recipes are also in the Xyngular has Pinterest boards. So if you're somebody who likes to pin recipes, really great to go there. And also check out Xyngular's Facebook page. They often share a lot of recipe ideas as far as shakes go and things like that. If you want to add things to your shake, you totally can. Just make sure you keep it 8-day approved for those first 8 days. Water. We want you drinking a gallon of water a day. Do your very, very best because that is going to help you feel better. It's going to help you flush toxins. I just had a lady last week that was like, soda drinker that hardly ever drank water, and now she's craving water because it really does help you feel better. If you can't get that gallon in, go for a minimum of half of your body weight in ounces. Definitely do more than that 64 ounces minimum. You're just going to feel a whole lot better when you do. It's going to help flush those toxins faster. One thing that I always have to tell people is to weigh their protein. So many times people do not eat enough. They think of a diet and they think not eating. This is not like that. You need to eat to fuel your body, and you need to eat good foods to fuel your body. Go get a cheap food scale. the store, you can find one for $5, $10, and it's going to be so helpful. I think you're really going to be surprised. Even though we often use that deck of cards, palm of our hand type tests that they have, sometimes those aren't very accurate. And so we find that people really undereat. Like if you are, let's say you're having hard-boiled eggs for a shake or for a snack, you want to do like two, not just one. Um, not just a little bit of protein on your salad. Put a whole bunch of protein on there. You'll be really surprised at what 4 to 6 ounces really is. And I know in the beginning I was under eating. And what that does, it puts your body into starvation mode. It puts it into lockdown mode. And your body's going to hold on to weight if it thinks you're starving it. So we need food to fuel our body. You're going to find that you feel fuller, faster, or longer with good lean proteins too versus those carbs, because those carbs come in and leave our body so quickly, and then we're really hungry. As far as our shakes go, you can mix those with water. You can mix them with like unsweetened almond milk or unsweetened coconut milk. They have an almond coconut blend that I really like. A lot of people think that colder is even better, so they'll blend them with ice. You can totally do that. You just don't want to heat them up. For some reason, for me, I think I said this before, I prefer my vanilla with almond milk, and I prefer my chocolate with water. Don't ask me why, but I do. Some people do half and half. Sometimes we have limited edition fun flavors. We never know when those are going to come. If you feel like you're getting tired of a shake, even though there's just one on there a day and it's 8 ounces, you can make waffles, you can make pancakes, you can make crepes with them. And then after the 8 days, we have great recipe ideas for all sorts of other things you can add in your shake. Protein balls, lots of yummy stuff. But check out the support groups for that. Ask your coach, they can get you those recipes. If you did not get a lean shake for some reason, you will want to replace a shake with a small protein snack, like your other protein snacks, because that's going to keep your body going. Our shakes are amazing, great nutrition. I always prefer those over anything else, but if you don't have the shake, make sure you replace it. We want to make sure you're eating all of those meals and snacks. Cheat. You want to take it 30 minutes before you eat. If for some reason you forget, that's fine. Don't worry about it. It's not a deal breaker. 100% of the time, you want to do it if you can. Take it as you eat if you need to, but not a complete deal breaker. This is not about perfection. This is about making better choices more of the time and doing the very best we can. None of us are perfect. Flush. You guys, I left that out of the last video. Flush is a very, very important product that we have. It's going to help flush that junk out of your body. Don't worry, it doesn't mean you're going to be sitting on the toilet all the time and not be able to leave. It's not like that, but you guys, I would say that was probably the number one thing I was scared about before I got my kit. But you're going to want to take your flush with a warm drink, like a decaf tea. Maybe, I just use warm water, warm Zip Stick. Some people like to use that. But what it's going to do is it's basically brushing your intestines. It's getting all of that sticky plaque built up in our systems and getting it out of there. We want you going to the bathroom, and that's going to help you do that. We'll talk more about that here in just a minute. Zing, I talked about this last time. That's something that people always still tend to ignore. Start with one right off the bat, see how you do. If you need extra energy, do one in the morning, do maybe one at lunchtime. I can't do two Zing at once, but it's on the plan with food to begin with to see how you do with that, and then maybe you can try an empty stomach or try it with your shake. I do mine with my shake every morning. If you have Prime and Shine, the hormone optimizers, start with one. Do one the first week, do two the second week, do three the third week. So work your way up to three. Guys are the ones that are always so hard to tell on that. They like to be stubborn and think, okay, I'm jumping right in with three. And I promise you're going to feel better if you work your way up. And then, if you find that you might want to work your way back down from there too, see how things work for you. Everybody's different. And that's what I like about this is we can customize it for each person and their individual needs and goals. No alcohol the first 8 days. Just don't do it. It's 8 days. You can go without. Your body's going to burn alcohol before it burns fat or burns anything else. We want your body resetting this week. You'll see there's no dairy in the first 8 days. That's because dairy has a lot of inflammatory properties. A cow's milk does, and so we want to, limit that right now. You can incorporate in a little bit later, but we're working on getting rid of inflammation out of your body this first 8 days. So that's why there's no dairy in there, if you want to know. We also want to avoid processed foods as much as we possibly can. No snack bars, things like that. If you go to your grocery store, the inside aisles are the processed foods, the outside aisles are the fresh foods, the whole foods, the one ingredient things. That's what we want to try and stick to as much as we can. So, I mean, it's not always going to be the case, but do the very best you can there. Skip those things that are full of preservatives and extra carbs and extra sugars and stuff. As far as vegetables go, darker greens are going to be better. Fresh is going to be better than frozen. Frozen's definitely better than canned because then again, you've got more preservatives and things like that in there. Is that to say I never eat a canned vegetable? No, but this first 8 days, do the very best you can to get those in. So instead, like romaine and spinach versus like iceberg lettuce, because it's just going to have more nutrients in there. Seasonings and dressings. Dry seasonings are pretty much okay, except you definitely want to watch sodium intake. If you are going to do some sort of a taco seasoning or something like that, go for a low sodium one. Mrs. Dash seasonings are amazing. There are so many different flavors out there. Dressings, which I'm not a good person to tell you about this because I don't like dressing, which I guess is good. I'm saving myself some calories. But Walden Farms has a good dressing. You're going to want to kind of stick to clear things, vinaigrettes, oils, vinegars. Walden Farms has a bunch of, I think, 0-calorie, 0-carb, I think, ones out there. Those are really good. And then, definitely just like dip your salad in there. Somebody always told me, they just take their fork, dip it in the salad dressing a little bit, and then put it on their salad, versus drenching your salad with dressing. Xander, you're going to have Xander. We talked about what to do if you don't have Xander to order it. If you need to switch up the time that Xander starts, it should ask you what start time you want. But if you need to change it because it doesn't start at the same time you start your day, text the word change time, and they'll help you adjust that. Timing of your meals, do the very best you can. Like I said, we're not perfect. If it a little bit easier for you to maybe switch your morning snack and your shake around, do that. Just don't skip. If you're getting too full, eat what you can and stop when you're full. Don't make yourself sick and, gorge yourself or anything like that. But we want you getting all of those meals and snacks in because, again, that's getting our metabolism going again. Swallowing pills. A lot of people say, hey, I can't take pills. Okay. If you can take a bite of food and swallow it, you can swallow a pill. But a little tip on that. Our chief sales officer showed us this. He actually took 17 pills with 1 swallow of water. So many times when we go to take pills, we tilt our head back. When we do that, we close off our esophagus and things don't want to go down it. Also, when we tilt our head down, it does that. So keep your head straight. I've experimented. I always thought I could just take 1 pill at a time, but I've done that. I can actually take way more than 1 at a time. My husband takes his morning pills with his little shot of Global Blend every morning. So also Global Blend in your shake. That's really good, kind of fruity taste. If you're an athlete, and I don't just mean somebody who works out often, but if you are somebody who does really strenuous workouts several days a week, talk to your coach about changing your plan up a little bit. You may need a few more healthier carbs in there. Weighing. We want you to weigh on day 3 to see how you're doing. Talk to your coach about it. If the scale's not moving yet, we want to just make sure we're on the right track. And we can switch some things around if we need to. And day 9, then put the scale away until day 9. Your body will change a lot in there, back and forth. In those middle days, your body's doing a lot of work in these 8 days. So ignore in between. Weigh on day 3 and day 9. Hide those scales. If you get to like day 2, 3, you're not pooping, we need to know. That's important. We talk about poop here. It's not embarrassing. We talk about whether you're going too much, whether you're not going. Talk to your coaches. Fiber affects people differently. When we change up our eating, our body sometimes doesn't like it. It takes a little while to get used to it. And so talk to your coach about what the best adjustments are for you there, because we need you going to the bathroom. We need to be getting those toxins out of your system. And if you're going too much, talk to your coach about that too. Loose stools are normal though. That means that your body is getting rid of all that stuff that's built up, but it shouldn't be something where you can't stop. Detox, days 2 through 4 are common days for that. If you're a big caffeine drinker, you may have a caffeine headache. You may feel a little nauseous. Everybody's different. We don't know who's going to have it bad. We don't know who's not going to get it at all. Talk to your coach. Zip sticks and spring are amazing for that. If you didn't get zip sticks added onto your products, I love zip sticks and spring mixed together, but also another shot of Global Blend. If you don't have those things, hang in there and keep chugging that water. I promise it passes fast, and you're going to feel so amazing on the other side of that detox. Promise, promise, promise. I've had so many people say, I'm so glad I stuck with it. And that's what I'm going to say. Don't give up. Don't give up. Lean on your coaches, lean on your team. We have the support groups. Post questions in there if you have them. Ask Xander. We are all here for you, but we cannot help you if you do not communicate. Communicate with us, and we will help you the very best we possibly can. No two bodies are different. Everyone is, maybe you're close to your goals. Maybe you're just starting out. Maybe you've been eating healthy. Maybe you haven't. Everybody's different, and we love you all. And I am so excited to see what you guys are going to do these first 8 days and go on from there. And I cannot wait to see your journey. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and ask lots of questions, please. We don't mind.